What? Yeah. No, I'm behaving myself. No, I'm not playing in abandoned buildings. What? Again? Now, I suppose you had those people follow me again. Fine. Hey, this is Jimmy Pharaoh from Monte The Pharaoh, and I want to thank all our subscribers. We have now passed 14,000 on our YouTube channel. But I want to ask our subscribers to take the next step for us and become a full-fledged member of Monte The Pharaoh. Yeah, that's right, folks. There's 3 different levels to choose from. There's free shirts. There's free autographs. Just check it out and become a member of Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte The Pharaoh. Later.
All right, welcome to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte The Pharaoh, seen only here out of Indie Music TV, straight out of Ronkonkoma, Long Island, where the Monte The Pharaoh Marathon is going to take place tomorrow with some of the greatest stars in pro wrestling. But we're not going to talk about that right now.
Nope.
What we're going to talk about is, well, first I want to say, hello, Jeff, producer. How are you?
I am fine.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us again. And your partner in crime, Spidey. Spidey, how are you, bud?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
All right, man. You guys are doing a good job handling Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte The Pharaoh.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Yeah. What do you got?
Suspect in Dave Chappelle attack won't face felony charges. So says the police. The man accused of attacking comedian Dave Chappelle on stage at Los Angeles Hollywood Bowl Arena will not face felony charges. Police said Thursday the 23-year-old suspect, identified as Isaiah Lee, was arrested and accused of assault with a deadly weapon in the Tuesday night incident. You want to weigh in there, big guy?
Why would you attack Dave Chappelle? What did he do?
What did he do?
What did he do? He's up there telling jokes.
Well, it seems like
he didn't like the joke. I mean,
I think the deal is people want to
kind of aggressive.
Because at first when this happened, I said, are they going to treat him the same that they treated Will Smith? Right? I was waiting because I figured they were going to arrest this guy and put charges on him. Right? Meanwhile, Will Smith walks away, even though you still think it's a work.
Absolutely. Next.
Right. Well, this isn't a work. But he's not facing felony charges. So are we? Well, good question. So you tell me.
Did Chappelle have speak to him afterwards? We don't know the story here. Maybe Chappelle spoke to him and was like, "What's wrong?" Who the heck knows? I don't know. I'm just speculating. Maybe he talked to the kid like, "What's wrong?"
Don't you think we're opening up a whole can of worms here, though, where assaults are
just another thing?
Just another thing.
Yeah, well, we've been getting increasingly aggressive society. It's gotten worse and worse. We think we're more civilized than ever, but honestly, we seem to be more barbaric than ever. And our toys are getting deadlier and deadlier. That's what I think.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, that's my take.
Real quick, I'm
world
just
is a
reading a
strange
comment.
place.
Charles Burt says, Wolfie D ticked me off. He never gave you credit last night with John Paz for helping him with a podcast. I didn't even know he was on, man. Thank you for that.
Wow. Wolfie D snuck in a show between beers?
Don't. Listen, he's not an enemy.
I didn't say he was.
All right.
What? He's a cool rockin' dude. He likes his beer. What's the problem? Wow, everybody twists everything.
Charles,
What's up, Wolfie?
Charles, I really want to thank you for alerting us to that because I had no idea he was on there. We might as well share. Why not? Now
ahead.
you bring a Wolfie D in. So Wolfie D came here. He did a good show.
I liked it.
And he,
I thought it was funny.
He did very well on the interview.
Mm-hmm.
He had a great time.
Yeah.
He wanted to be on the network. In the meantime, his partner, Jamie Dundee, had wrote the show and trashed his partner. And I think he called him a drunk and
he was
a
rough.
bum and
He was
a million other things. And we allowed Jamie to speak. And you could catch that,
He was
that
awesome.
interview.
He was an excellent guest.
On that. Jay Will says,
Wrestling is
as
rough.
an indie tag team versus ISP,
What happened?
what would your finisher be?
What was that?
Jay Will's asking, as an indie team, as an indie tag team versus Insane Clown Posse, what would your finisher be? What would be our
Against
finisher?
the Insane Clown Posse?
Yes.
I have no idea. How would we finish? Those guys are psycho. They're crazy.
Come up with a finish. What would
Finish it? To finish off the clowns?
Yeah.
We'd hit them with a hose and their makeup would come off.
Oh
They'd
my
lose their
God.
special powers.
Oh, I'm going to have to do the finisher. Our
Please.
finisher would be Pharaoh would get to the top rope. He would
this
do
is-
it quadruple spin twister.
Toe tap?
And then toe tap
He's
for
done.
the victory. And
He's done. It's an
And he's
AEW
done.
finish.
But back to Wolfie D.
Yeah.
So Wolfie D's doing a show,
Right.
and he also has his podcast. I forget the name of it. I think it's a Wolfie D podcast.
Okay.
But anyway, long story short, Wolfie D became increasingly a problem, right? Because Wolfie was drinking a little too much, and he was.
And you gave me a hard time over my joke. Go ahead.
and he was
Keep going.
causing a few bit. I'm telling the truth, right?
Yeah, no, you're
He's
not
causing a
fibbing,
few bit
if that's
issues,
what you're
and
asking.
then unfortunately,
He evaporated.
his girlfriend wrote me and said, "Please
No.
don't."
Stop.
Should I not?
Would you please?
Do you want me to stop?
No, that's ridiculous. Go ahead.
His girlfriend wrote me and said, "Hey, can you stop sending?" Because Wolfie earned money for being on the channel, and she said, "Please stop sending him money because he's drinking it away."
They had a special on Coors Light.
Yeah.
At the King Cullen.
And we're not knocking Wolfie D, guys. Trust me.
Please.
And if he was on somebody else's show, God bless him. You know what I mean? Wolfie D, we only wish him the best. Wolfie D's a perfect example
He's
of
hilarious,
the
honestly.
wrestler,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's fair.
This is a guy
fair.
who had some limelight.
Yeah, he sure
He
did.
loved it.
Yeah, he sure
And
did. He
when
sure
it went
did.
away,
It's not easy, man. And he
couldn't
said
de-
it wasn't easy.
and he couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, and Jamie said it too. Wasn't easy. You know? Business be rough.
Maria Davis says the standing suplex would be our finisher.
Suplex? Who's doing it, Maria? You're going to do this? I got it. I can't do it.
Maria could be part of. We call ourselves not the bloodline. We'll call ourselves.
I want Maria to manage us.
Yes.
And like have foreign, like she'll bring a duffel bag filled with foreign objects because we're going to need every one of them.
Oh, by the way, did you see Wolfie D when he came out of retirement recently?
No. Did he wrestle?
Oh boy,
Really?
with no shirt
No
on.
toe tap?
With no
No
shirt
finishing
on.
toe tap?
With no shirt on.
With no shirt on?
With no shirt on.
That's too sexy for the ring. Too sexy for the turnbuckle. Too sexy for...
It wasn't sexy.
It wasn't?
No.
It was hexy?
No. It was like.
Interesting.
In fact, tell the fans a
Did
story.
you have to
when-
put shades on?
Tell the fans
To
a
watch
story
it.
when you and I went to an independent event.
Oh, you
and one of
wouldn't
your
make me
favorite
do
wrestlers.
this.
Go ahead.
Oh my Lord!
This is that moment.
Oh my God, that was a horrendous moment when we went to go see my hero, Greg Valentine. Boy, was I excited! And we saw him at like a fireman's place or something like that, didn't we? Like the fireman's house or wherever it was.
Right.
And and we had obviously great seats because there must have been 10 people there.
Yeah.
So it was hard to not have a great seat.
Yeah, right.
You know. So here we are, right in front of the ring, and there's my hero, Greg Valentine, my first favorite villain and my first wrestler that I truly could say I love this guy. And he's standing there, and he's got the robe on, and okay, so he's older. That's fine. It's Greg the Hammer Valentine. And then Mike goes, "Oh no, please don't!" As Greg starts to remove his robe, and he removes his robe. And you can fill in the rest because I love Greg. I don't want Greg to get mad.
That's
at me.
what we call a Wolfie D moment.
Yeah, and then you were like, as he took the robe off, and I remember how your jaw was dropped. You were like, "Oh God, no!"
Yep.
And I was like very depressed.
So that's what we'll call a Wolfie D moment.
Yeah.
Rick B wants to know what happened to the Sunny Beach. Rob B, sorry. Rob B wants to know.
Rob B. Yes.
That there's a difference
What's
between
up,
Rick
Rob?
B and Rob B.
Yes, there is. Yes.
Rick Allen, a lot of times when we
Sunny
say, "Hey, you
Beach.
guys want to do a show?" People
love
say they
Sunny
want to
Beach.
do it, and then they get a little cold feet.
that
Sonny's
right?
a
Oh,
very
stop. Sonny got cold feet? Is that what happened?
I don't know.
He's a dude. He's a man's man.
No, it's not that he's not a man's man. Don't get me
he's
wrong.
too busy.
He's a smart
He must be
businessman.
busy.
He's a very good
busy.
businessman.
Yes.
He actually owns a
He's a good soul.
thoroughbred horse.
Good man. Huh?
He owns a thoroughbred horse.
Yeah. Nice.
So I don't know,
Nice.
race my horse or do a
Yeah, do a
podcast on the Monte The Pharaoh channel. I'll probably go with the.
They're off to the races.
But then on the other hand,
Hey.
do a podcast on the Monte The Pharaoh channel. Take your shirt off in front of 10 people.
Yeah, you might want to be doing a Monte and the Pharaoh podcast.
Yeah. So Wolfie Deep, maybe you should think about
Put that
buddy.
away. Oh, go ahead.
Maybe you should think about that.
That's rough. Okay.
Indian police officer accused of raping a 13-year-old girl who went to his station to report that she had been gang raped. A police officer in India has been arrested after being accused of raping a 13-year-old girl who went to his station to report she had been gang raped. The alleged incident of the latest
at me
to
when
the
you say
spotlight,
that.
well, because I'm just waiting for the reaction, of the highest level of sexual violence in the world's largest democracy, where women are raped every 18 minutes on average. So could you imagine you go for help?
No.
I was raped. And then the person you go to help for rapes you again. What is going on?
What is going on in India? This is bringing snake in the basket to a whole new level.
You ain't kidding.
What is this, though? Raped every 18 minutes? Where the fuck are the police in India? Oh, that's right. They're raping. They're doing the raping.
They're raping.
This is a fucked up story. Where do you find this shit? This is truly evil. Can this possibly be true? Raped every 18 minutes on average? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Why do you give me this dreck? This is dreck. These people are scummy.
Well, I like that word, direct.
Yeah, this is.
I like that word, direct.
Yeah, yeah. I'm fraught with nausea. Fraught.
We could stop rape. We could stop rape in India.
What?
We can stop rape.
How do
in
we
India.
do that? Push a button?
No, send Wolfie D over there and have him take his shirt off.
Run! They're all like taking off.
Wait a
The
minute.
snakes in the basket are taking off. They're getting out of the basket and taking
Oh
off.
my God!
God, I hope I
Anyway.
didn't blow up the mic. How am I doing out there, folks? Can you hear me? I hope.
All right, if you didn't know it, that to the right is the star of the show, Mr. Jimmy Farrow.
Oh, hello.
Mr. Jimmy Farrow, along with his partner Bart Griggs, make up the band Wisteria
Did
Hall.
it last week. Should I do it this week?
Might as well.
Bartman!
Who will be performing with Coco Beware tomorrow out of Indie Music
yeah,
Studio?
that's right.
As you'll be singing the song
You in the Wrong Tune by
Pile
Wisteria.
Driver.
Yeah, You in the Wrong Tune.
Catch Wisteria Hall's great songs such as In My Dreams, This Life, Not Far Behind, Here Comes the Rain, and
Yes.
Riding High, which is the Monte The Pharaoh theme song. Get the Wisteria Hall music off the Wisteria Hall YouTube page. Please hit that like and subscribe. Hear them on Spotify, iTunes, and Reverb Nation. And you could also hear most of the Monte and the Pharaoh openers for these wonderful shows we have on here, and they're all pretty much led by Wisteria Hall.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank
their
you.
vast catalog of wonderful music.
Which needs to get vaster. Is that
Well,
a word?
I think you should
vaster?
make. Now that you got me,
Faster,
we should
vaster.
make. You should make a song that's called "Put Your Shirt On, Wolfie."
Put your shirt. What?
Dude, you know what? I wasn't even thinking about Wolfie D until I saw this comment, and I can't stop.
And now
thinking
you just
about
can't
it.
stop.
No,
You're
I can't.
reverting.
No.
Settle down.
All right.
It's causing panic in India.
If you didn't know, you are watching Long Island's #1 pro wrestler, Monte The Pharaoh. Catch us on the Monte The Pharaoh YouTube page, the Monte The Pharaoh Facebook Live page. Hear us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, and the Monte The Pharaoh Twitch TV page. Catch us on Channel 115 every Tuesday from 9:30 p.m. and Saturday at 11:30 p.m. where we're head-to-head with Saturday Night Live. And catch us on Channel 20 Tuesdays at 1 a.m. But I got some bad news.
What?
Viewership came in,
Yeah.
and it's dropped.
It's dropped?
It's dropped.
Well, what do you mean it's
We're
dropped? What are we,
down-
AEW?
Down to 86,000.
86,000. What happened to the other 16? Where'd they go?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Might have to do a production.
That is just, that's served with like nails and stuff. Ow. I don't want a bowl of that. That's rough.
We want to thank Amazon Music for putting on the Monte The Pharaoh page, and we'll be right back with today's show, which we're calling Killing the Business.
Killing Yourself to Live from Black Sabbath? See you in a second.
In the mood for a freshly roasted cup of coffee? www.offtherailscoffeeroasters.com.
Do you treat your dog as part of the family? Well, so do we. So why not celebrate your pup's birthday with the ultimate party box? Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Party Pup Info, and let us make your pup's party or any celebration perfection.
You want to star in your own success? Call QuickCast, www.quickcast.com, 866-7-CAST-NOW. That's 866-7-CAST-NOW. QuickCast.
Start your own success.
Hey. All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestler and broadcast, Monte The Pharaoh. Jeff, you're not getting offended by our jokes, are you? You're not getting soft on me, are you?
S-A-W-F-T?
Yeah.
Soft?
Mike, can I just say this?
Go ahead.
Last week I learned where you live.
What does that mean?
So
Now, you better
watch
be
what
careful.
you
He
say.
lives in the bad part of Comac. What are you talking
That's
about?
right, baby.
Hey, he's in a good part of Comac.
Where they'll gut you with pennies in where I live. Don the Barber says this is like getting arrested in India. That's some good stuff.
I always like that name, Don the Barber. That works for me. That's funny.
All right.
What you got?
Ryback refuses to apologize for insulting Vince McMahon's mother. Ryback is unhinged with his anti-WWE crusade. He's still salty, and his former boss, Vince McMahon, a short while ago, he dragged McMahon's mother into a seething rant and now is refusing to back off. As noted earlier, Ryback insulted McMahon's mother, calling her a whore, among the rest of other things. This comes months after her passing.
Fuck you, Ryback.
That's it?
Fuck you, you douchebag.
Wow.
No, seriously.
That's all?
That's asinine, bro. I mean, you didn't get mad at that? You know how we absolutely love Vince McMahon. We grew up with Vince McMahon, his company, and all the memories he's given us. And this is why. What are you saying? This lunatic.
You really should call him. You really should call someone's mother a whore.
What the fuck is wrong with him? You know, and I had
He's
not
right
said
back.
one curse, by the way, until we got to this.
You've been cursing a lot.
Yeah, but not on this show so far. I was fine. But
Yeah.
when you bring this one up, fuck this guy. This guy's a fucking asshole. He really is. What is his problem?
Wow.
You know, and it's funny, too, because Ryback doesn't have to be like this. Ryback would actually have the automatic sympathy of AEW indie-type supporters who can't stand Vince McMahon if he didn't do shit like this. But to their credit, they even called him an asshole. Hey, it's unanimous. You're an asshole. How dare you? What the And Vince is an old man, too. With all respect, I say that. Have some respect.
Chris Steve says Ryback
What
is a
the-
joke.
He is a joke. He couldn't wrestle for shit, and you know what? Phil Brooks was right, bro. Guy was reckless as shit. CM Punk called him out.
Phil
years
says
ago.
Vince's mother was over 100 years old.
Yeah, good for her. And let's hope Vince makes it there, too, and I hope he nauseates all his
Maybe
haters.
Ryback's just upset because he made millions of dollars from the WWE.
I know, really. It was the best living he ever had as far as his checkbook. I don't understand him.
I'll tell you what, if I had the
You know?
opportunity like Ryback did, if I had some kind of ideas like, you know what I meant to tell you?
Yeah.
I came up with this idea. I wanted to run it by you, and we
no.
didn't get a chance to talk much this week.
You're going to spring one on me?
No, I want you to tell me what you think of this idea
On the
and
fly,
tell me
huh?
if it's a good idea.
All right.
So, look, you know WWE and AEW, right? And they all have their merchandise, and a lot of their merchandise are dolls.
Uh-oh. Yeah, okay.
So I couldn't sleep a couple of nights ago, and I was thinking to myself, how can I really... Donna Barber says Rangers 4-2 over the Penguins.
Yes. Nice. So we're even now.
Anyway,
Rangers
PJ
5 or
Stan
6.
says I defended Ryback for a while, but after this one I can't. Yeah, I got to.
No, you really can't. No,
So anyway,
not
I
on
want
this
people
one.
to think about this.
Well said. Wrestling dolls that no one cares about. Wrestling action figures.
So I came up with the idea.
What, like,
of
like Invader #1 comes with butter knife or something like that? I mean,
right,
what are we
something
talking-
like that. So I was
That's
thinking,
fucked
like,
up.
you come up with guys that no one's interested in.
Yeah.
Like, not interested in, but like guys that you wouldn't really like.
Yeah.
That pretty much aren't,
Right.
aren't
Like,
merchandise.
like afterthoughts.
So I was thinking, like, okay, what names could we come up with to make dolls with?
Huh. Wow. Like maybe like the Frankie Williams doll?
Like a Frankie Williams
The Frankie
doll.
Williams doll comes with an L on his forehead.
Nah.
No? Well,
that's-
what is it going to come with then?
How about the Dominic DeNucci doll?
The Dominic
How would the
DeNucci
Dominic
doll?
DeNucci doll sell? Would I make lots of money
No.
selling?
No.
No.
No,
Why?
you wouldn't.
Why not?
Because I don't think anybody, except from our generation, even remembers Dominic DeNucci, to be honest. If you're talking on a mass, we're talking mass market level.
Well, yeah.
Like the way Lily sold.
Something like
Something
that.
like
yes.
Lily sold
Right.
for Alexa Bliss. She
doll-
sold millions of dolls, well, at least thousands of dolls. I don't know. What, the Steve King doll? I mean, that wouldn't sell.
No, come on, dude. Like, Xavier Diaz says, wrestling action figures haven't been great since the 90s. Well, Xavier, listen to this. I got this idea. I want to know if it would sell.
Yeah, give us your opinion.
So, like the
Wrestlers
Magnum
do-
TA doll.
What does that come with?
Comes
Shortened
with
career?
no.
What?
It could come with like its own wheelchair or crutches.
That's fucking horrible, dude. I'm like trying to be nice about it with a shortened career, and you're just going straight for the fucking hammer.
No,
that is
this
very
is a
rough.
true idea.
What the, you know what's sick though? People
What?
will buy them. Somebody might buy
No,
that.
like you get
Is it
the-
limited edition? How are you marketing it? I mean, it depends how it's marketed. You know? No,
You're
seriously.
destroying. How do you market?
What about
something?
an Andy Kaufman
You
wrestling
can't-
figure?
You can't do an end. Well,
You don't
it
think
could-
so?
Well,
Like a
who's
wrestling
in charge
figure?
of his estate?
I mean, does it come with like, you know, a female opponent?
Oh, look at this.
What?
ESO says Shockmaster now with its own self-tripping action figure.
That's brilliant.
I love that. That's what I'm
Wait a
talking
minute,
about,
does it come-
ESO.
like,
That's
let's
right.
Go further though, like it comes with the set. Like he gets, he walks through the wall and his head falls off.
What do you
Like
mean?
an actual action set. Like, you know, when you would not just get the action figure, you'd get like the set.
Okay.
You know, and have him like, you know, you have the play set. He'll go through the wall and his
His
top
helmet-
will fall off.
So you want moving action figures?
Yeah, why not?
No, dude, that's too complicated.
expensive?
Yeah, I'm trying to make
Wow.
money
Oh,
here.
you just want a simple,
right?
basic.
And sign guys to contracts that really
Like-
won't cost a lot of money.
Oh, okay, all right. Like Mil Mascaris comes with
Look,
interpreters.
Phil says the Barry Horowitz doll always patting his own back. Would you buy the Barry Horowitz doll?
That sounds cool. I kind of like that. He
Right?
pats his own back. Wait a minute, he's automated
The Pete Doherty doll,
with like torn up arm.
or and his Golden Terror outfit sold separately, so we make extra money.
How about a George the Animal Steel glue the
You
hair on
can't
yourself?
go
glue
George-
the hair on yourself.
You can't use.
on his back.
He's already copyright. You can't
Oh, you
use
can't
those
use
guys.
those guys?
You gotta.
You're really making this limited.
Come on, man.
Wow.
The George the Animal Steel job.
And with the hair, like, you know, you have to. put it on
No,
yourself.
no.
What else you got then? Who else you got? I don't know.
The Pak Song Kung Fu grip,
What?
like the Wolfie D doll,
The Wolfie D. Oh, was it-
shirt included.
Sure. comes with a 6-pack of Meister, bro. What are we talking about? Wait a minute, and you pull the chain on the back and he belches.
Come on.
Beer belch. What? What's the problem?
My
Get
God.
creative.
Oh,
you
my
shoot
God.
down all my brilliant ideas here.
PJ says new Jack doll now with its own razor blade. I like that. I like that.
Jesus God.
I like
Oh
that.
man, I got to think now. This is rough. I don't know if I can. Would you dare release a Bruiser Brody doll?
But with the Bruiser, that would sell. That would really
Actually,
do well.
that
the
would actually
Bruiser
sell.
Brody.
Well,
Wait,
what's
you
the catch,
no,
though?
you put him in with the Invader,
Right.
Like it's a twin pack.
right. And a couple of packets of ketchup or something? What the fuck?
Oh, man.
You're sick. Fuck.
No, you are.
Oh, well, you were sick
You are.
before. You were sick earlier.
Why?
in
Because
this
I want a
segment.
twin pack
were
Invader with
sick.
Bruiser with Bruiser Brody. It's a twin pack. They
You're
go
already
together.
starting on the macabre. I just added the ketchup. What makes me so sad?
Oh my God! Don the Barber
What?
says Tony Atlas with an Orlando Magic shirt.
That's great. That's
Dude, I would
great.
buy that.
I like that. I like that. Rick McGraw with neck collar.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
like broken. Like
What are we doing
But
right
you know,
now?
the Rick McGraw doll would have like
Yeah.
different like hinges, so his neck breaks in all different ways, right? So like neck breakable, like and you can like set it back up, that type of thing.
Right, right. It
Yeah.
like comes sideways and
Dude,
yeah,
I think I can
that's
make
good.
millions
Yeah,
on this.
I think you might be onto something.
The Chick Donovan doll.
The chick doll. What about the Rip Rogers doll? He chops you.
The Rip Rogers
Then
doll.
you're in the business. Congratulations.
And it says that.
Yeah, I'm in the business.
I'm in the-
Oh, damn.
That's That's right. The Rick Rogers doll.
He's in.
Oh my God.
He is in.
Oh
what?
my
Do the
God.
fans have any more of these ideas?
Xavier says, there will be a funny action figure, Gorgeous George action figure.
Gorgeous George. Which one? The original or the chick with?
No,
with
you got to go
Randy?
with you got to go with the
You
you got to go
original.
with the original.
Yeah, he had a butt.
You remember, I gotta sign guys that either aren't with us anymore or
Right.
or need lots of money.
How else am I
or
gonna
need
get-
money just to
Right,
eat food.
right,
you know?
right.
You know, guys that will like
What would it,
sign their name for a can of beer
the
or
Pat
something.
Patterson doll?
You can't use
not?
WWE
Oh, Vince would
guys.
get mad.
You can't use those guys.
So AW. Oh, wait a minute, Buck Zumhoff.
There you
The
go.
rock and roll Buck Zumhoff.
Children not included.
Jail sentence not included.
Jail sentence
That's unbelievable. How you doing out there, Buck? You fuck. Anyway. Sorry, folks.
Maria,
We are out there.
you can't use a George the Animal Steel
I
doll.
like it.
It's copyright.
I agree, and you have to put the hair
ESO
on.
says the mass
You know,
transit doll. Now that would be awesome.
Comes with bus. Little school bus. What a dope that kid was. I'm sorry. I'm a wrestler. He cut me.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you ask Satan himself to cut you.
Oh my God, Roy says the Sunny doll with breathalyzer included.
Wrecked car not included. That's fucking unbelievable, dude.
Oh, man.
We're being rough.
That's
yeah, but you know
tough.
what? Not really considering what she did.
Well,
Not
she
really.
hasn't been arrested yet.
She hasn't? Isn't
No.
there somebody dead?
Yeah, but
But what? It's awfully quiet there. they don't have anything
I'm
to
not
say.
saying she's innocent. All I'm saying they haven't arrested. So either
Okay.
they're building a case or they have nothing on her.
Oh, so she might
She
be
was.
fine?
She was.
Give her a
She
call.
was claiming.
See if she can
She
call
was
her.
claiming that she had some sort of.
What?
Some sort of
pills not-
epileptic
Pills
fit or
Pills
something.
not included.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Oh, PJ says handcuffs in a jail cell featuring Sonny. Well, that would be pretty cool. Like you have the jail cell there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Just as
Jason
long as she
Morning
doesn't-
says Harley race with a stun gun.
Ken Patera, McDonald's not included.
Oh my God! Come on.
What?
Mr. Saito not included.
Mr. Saito. That
Fuji not included.
Fuji not included. Fuji serves dog, you know.
Oh, my God.
That's not good.
I'm trying to think some other ones that we could definitely. Skylo Low doll.
Skylo Low doll. How about a tall Skylo Low doll?
What is that?
Like if he had been 6 feet. It's the,
Well, anyway,
it's
that's
the
my-
Elseworlds. You never hear of Elseworlds?
Oh,
It's
wait a
tall
minute.
Skylo
Maria
Low.
Davis says Missy Hyatt doll voice saying my first mouth job. But we'll be asking Tommy about that tomorrow. That is question number one. I will tell you that.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think Tommy's going to answer that one.
God damn, that was great.
Oh my God.
I think so.
But anyway, I hope you guys. Wait a minute.
What?
Donna Barber, Marty Jannetty doll, blackouts optional. PJ says seizure. Thank you. That's what she's claiming. A seizure. That's right.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. So I guess
that was great. Thanks, guys.
I guess
That was hilarious.
my doll idea.
I think it's pretty good.
Did we got a chance?
I think it's pretty good.
we could be millionaires.
Yeah, and we got to laugh as much as we did during the week. That was good. Yeah. Because when you first brought this up, we were cracking up left and right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, good shit.
All right, we'll be right back with the theme of the song, Killing the Business, on Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast.
We shall return. And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB.
Jimmy, I got to take a dump.
What?
No, I mean I need a dumpster.
Well, for all those needs, you need to call Big V Dumpster Rental, Long Island, New York, 631-900-DUMP. Elm Logistics, for all your logistic needs, call 631-299-3595. That's 631-299-3595. Elm Global Logistics, pride, performance, and partnerships.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte The Pharaoh, seen only here out of Indie Music TV. A couple of notes before we get into it, Jimmy. ESO says the Jimmy Valiant doll.
Jimmy Valiant, though?
Yeah.
Does it include a Pennsylvania highway?
Huh?
Oh, that's Johnny.
That's
I got the
man.
wrong one.
You're going.
Oh, you
deep.
mean the Boogie Woogie guy?
Yeah, you're going
What
deep.
the hell are we doing with the Boogie Woogie guy?
Joe Shipley says the Billy Jack Haynes doll, brain not included.
Brain not
Phil
included.
says Little Beaver doll, pink razor included. Wow.
Okay. What would you include with the Jimmy Valiant doll? I thought it was Johnny.
J.A. Will says Tommy has denied that on other shows along with Jim Barnett and the Jim Barnett rumor.
Well, why
we'll
would
see
Missy?
we'll see when he's in it.
Why would Missy make that up, though?
That's what she says.
I think Missy was telling the truth.
All right, Jimmy. So on a serious note,
Yeah.
I was me and my wife watch Married at First Sight, and I usually don't watch AEW in full attire.
You watched AEW with the
So
missus.
I watched
What'd you do that to
AEW
her
with
for?
and even my wife
Yeah.
was saying it was shit. So before you even comment, I just want to tell the fans out there, AEW Dynamite last night drew an $833,000 viewer rating on TBS. Go have at it.
That's the lowest in almost a year from them. And if I can enhance this further, WWE just announced their quarterly profit of $334 million. So I figured I'd throw that in. AEW to me has become, they're not WCW. I think it's an insult to WCW, by the way, to even say that they are like, a WCW equivalent or something in these ridiculous so-called wars that we are not having. They have 1 million wrestlers on their roster. It's a logjam like I've never seen, and most of them are cast-offs from some other place. I have not seen devastating storylines that make me go, wow, how engaging. Look, they've got their selected fans, and that's what they've got. And it looks like lately they don't have as many as they've had previous. And it was never a ton to begin with. So
Everybody claims it's a great time for wrestling, right?
it is in some ways. In some ways, you have some variety. But
you have more options now.
sure.
If you hate the WWE, yes,
Sure.
you've got more options. And, I hear people say, like, I don't understand what's happening in the wrestling world. Why does everybody feel like they have to choose sides? So explain to me, do you choose sides? Or, okay, let's go back a little bit in time. When we were younger,
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say whatever wrestling we watched, we just watched wrestling. Again, we were WWE guys. That was our main thing. But I think if we saw any type of wrestling,
We would watch
we
it.
would watch it and enjoy it.
Yes. Those were back in the territory days when wrestling, I think, was on a much different level than it is today.
So what's changed?
What's changed today is that everybody knows that it's an exhibition, that they know it's not real, and everybody has now changed the style of wrestling. It's all cartwheels and spot fests. You have finishers happening in the first 2 minutes. There's kick out after kick out after kick out. A lot of 50-50 booking. It's become very, to me, not intense. It was intense back in the old days. It was treated as it was real. I'm sorry, but that did change everything forever. I loved when we were kids. I would never trade thinking that pro wrestling is at least being treated as real. It'll always be better to me that way. Even
But
when
you
it
think
was
that-
entertaining as hell. Now, don't forget, Hulk Hogan was around for a lot of this before the '94 curtain call.
Right,
Okay?
right.
So I had no problem with that form of entertainment and still wondering, hey, is some of this real?
Jay Will says the worst thing about pro wrestling today, scripted promos and all the competitors look alike.
Absolutely. Scripted promos absolutely suck. Set these guys free. Set them free.
Can't.
And find out, but
You can't.
not free like to go
Can't.
into business for themselves. If you know you have talented talkers, let them talk. You want to keep them within a certain box? You can do that. There's ways to do that. You don't have to have them going word for word. If you know that they're a good talker, this is what we want you to say. Work on this subject for us. You have a million chances to do promos.
But isn't the audience also
know.
causing that problem, though? Because the elongated storyline is being eliminated, right?
Right.
People don't want to stand for that. I don't know why. I don't know why there's a bit. Is it
They seem to enjoy it in WWE. AEW will have none of it. They want a spot fest. So enjoy your spot fest and your 833,000 viewers. And Vince will present his form of entertainment and we'll have $334 million at the quarterly mark.
B40 says AEW wrestlers look like a short order cook in a Pipeville Waffle House.
Look, do you want White Castle or do you want a steak? I want a steak. That's how I see it. between the two, you know. And sure, they have some matches here and there that are fantastic, but in general, I've never seen such over-exaggerating about how great they are.
Could the problem be that the booker isn't a wrestling guy?
No, he's a fan.
Right, he's a fan. And again, this is with all of us. As fans, if we run something as a fan, you're going to ruin it.
And you know why? Because it's the same thing as you tell the dope dealer, dude, don't smoke dope if you're going to sell it.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, I mean, no, he shouldn't. He should be leaning on his wrestling people, not on himself. It's his toy. His dad gave him a toy, and this is his toy.
But so his envision.
And look at him collecting all these. By the way, did you see Big Cass? We got Big Cass now. How many fucking guys are you going to bring?
Did he lose last night?
Of course he did. He lost to Goldberg. I mean Wardlow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah. What are they doing?
Well, no, you know what he's doing?
It's a logjam.
No. This is what he's doing.
What's he doing?
He's bringing all this outside talent in and trying to feed it to his regular guys, right? Feed them and try to make them look more powerful as they're walking through the industry.
Right, and somehow Wardlow will become the next Triple H or something.
Oh, right.
Get
and you
out
know, and
of
he feed.
town.
But I understand his idea. But this again, a fan.
Right.
A fan. Look. Let's go through the list of guys. All right, as much as we can. The roster's so big, it's like
getting
whatever.
hilariously big.
Open up with Hangman Page.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'll give you my point on Hangman Page.
Sure.
This is your champion.
Yeah.
This is your champion that you put on your channel or your show once every 2 weeks, and you don't even put him on in the beginning. He doesn't even open up your show, right? He's your world champion. Now, here's another thing, too. And I really do mean this, right? So back in the day, Ric Flair was considered the world champion. And to be fair, even though we were WWE homers, Flair really was the world champion. He traveled all around the United States.
Oh, he totally
He
felt
went
like a world-
overseas.
yeah. He felt like a world champion.
So our champion, Backlund, who was the world champion,
Oh,
and it used to piss us off.
He felt like a world champion, too.
But
he was with the territory
was in the
days.
Northeast.
Yeah,
he
but
didn't travel.
We weren't thinking that way, and
I
he
understand,
would wrestle
but,
in Japan.
but when you looked at
Bob
world,
Backlund got around.
I understand, but
he
when
wrestled in California. He went places. He did. You know, honestly, those magazine days, those territorial days, I thought Nick Bockwinkel was a world champion. I looked at all three of them as world champions. Ric Flair was absolutely a world champion. My God, and you're right. He did travel the most of the three territories.
So I ask you this then,
They had the
not to
most
veer off the
territory to do.
AEW thing,
Yeah.
but if Cena was to win that illustrious final title,
yeah.
would he have been the greatest champion of
No.
all time?
No. Nope. You think John Cena's greater than Ric Flair? I don't think so.
It's
But
back
that's
of
my
the baseball
personal
card,
opinion.
right?
Yeah, I understand that, but no, I think Ric Flair's reigns and runs were more impressive.
Why?
Well, Ric Flair's from a different time period. Ric Flair's from the true territory.
Because he traveled the
days.
world.
And he did travel the world.
But
And
so did
you know what?
Cena.
So did Cena.
And that was a real.
Yeah,
See,
you
the
could say that.
WWE now
I
is
just-
really world champion because you're traveling all these
Right,
other
of course.
countries.
And you are the biggest company in the world, and there
Yes.
is no, arguing that at the end of the day. I guess at the end of the day, I'll still put Flair ahead of Cena because Ric Flair was the better wrestler. I guess the mark in me comes out that way. I don't know. Ric Flair was also more exciting to me.
And here's a really good point. Xavier Diaz says AEW is not the only promotion to talk about. New Japan and right. They have some lazy booking lately as well.
Absolutely. I can't stand their 8-man tag team matches and all that crap. Half their card is loaded with nonsense. It's like 2 or 3 killer matches.
Salvatore Valoli says Florida Championship Wrestling was great to me.
Yes.
Gordon Soley was great.
Yes.
Great storylines with
Yes.
Graham, Dusty Rhodes, the Briscoes, etc.
Absolutely.
We enjoyed that.
Loved
right?
it.
Jay
Loved
Will says
Florida.
Nick Bockwinkel looked like the epitome of a champion.
I thought Nick Bockwinkel was great, but that's me. Nick Bockwinkel.
I wasn't a Bockwinkel guy.
Reeked of arrogance and just a villain.
So
Awesome.
again, back to Hangman Page. This is your world champion.
Yeah.
And he's not even a world champion, right? They're actually a town champion, and they really should call him a TV champion because they don't even do house shows.
Right.
So this is a guy who defends his title once
Right.
every 14th, 18th day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to get into the semantics of the whole deal, right?
Yeah. He's just not engaging.
No, he's not.
He's not. There's no sex appeal there.
And I'll say-
yes, there's got to be sex
I'll say this
appeal.
respectfully.
As far as merchandising and stuff, he's not a seller.
I'll say this respectfully. He graduated from Jimmy Valiant's school,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, he's a great wrestler. I'm not saying he's not. He can do anything in the ring. He's fantastic. But he doesn't have the it factor that you look for in a superstar to carry you.
You know, it's funny if we go
you
back
know.
to the annals of our post episodes a while ago, right? Didn't I say that? That
We've
guy
both
was
been
not
saying
world
it.
champion
We've
material.
both been saying it for a long time as far as the it factor.
How about
goes.
Keith Lee?
What about Keith Lee?
Gone.
Yawn.
Done.
Yeah, whatever.
This career is over.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, you want to gain your weight back and do whatever you're doing. Again, another guy who I think's good in the ring, and he really blew his opportunity. He should have listened to Vince a little more. I don't know what the dynamic was over there, but Keith Lee will never see a WrestleMania now or anything like that. So
Well, let's
That's
be
his loss.
let's be honest. We spoke about this.
tremendous talent,
right?
I'm not saying that.
Adam Cole,
Yeah.
before he left the WWE, was offered $1 million contract to be the manager of
For Keith Lee.
Right.
Right.
And Keith Lee, right? And Keith Lee was going to turn heel. They screwed up.
That would have been incredible,
They-
but I'm still
they
mad.
screwed up.
I'm still going to stick with that. Adam Cole is too young and has too much more to do in his career, and apparently he ain't going to be doing. He's not doing it with Vince. So what is it?
B40 says Hangman Page could walk through any airport and never have to worry about missing his plane
I guess that's the
because he
point.
had to sign
I
autographs.
guess that's the point.
Yeah.
I guess that's the point.
Wow.
You know. Now here's somebody with it factor, but of course at this point it's come on, we're going down the slope now in the career. CM Punk. He's got it factor, but it's not transcending anymore. Obviously the ratings have spoken. For God's sake, CM Punk, 833,000.
CM Punk.
It was supposed to ignite a whole, here he is, he's here.
CM Punk.
Well, guess what?
CM Punk
Yeah.
is a shell of himself.
Yeah, well, he's not the Punk he was.
AEW is going to have to pull the trigger and make him their world champion.
They should.
And what's going to end up being is,
Ironically,
nothing is going to happen.
I completely agree. And on that note, why don't we just get to the next one and say the same exact thing about them? Because the next one's Jeff Hardy. I could care less that he's there. It means nothing to me. I had a hard enough time accepting, and we did all ultimately accept when Vince decided I want to put the belt on Jeff all those years back. Okay, fine. The guy's a legend, mad respect. But what this is supposed to help take this company to another level? No.
Jeff Hardy has secured his career as a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
I don't, to be honest with you,
But I'm not interested.
he could have went to AEW. It's fine.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
sure.
Again, you made it. You had a second chance to have a run with Roman Reigns and be part of the Roman Reigns knockoff band, right? And you chose differently,
Right.
and you made a
Right.
mistake.
Yeah. Having a program with Roman would have been nice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even understand the mentality here
No,
at
I
this
don't.
point.
I really don't. I don't get it. Maybe because Matt was already there, that he wanted to go.
Here's a guy. Next up, Adam Cole.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, when they first started, they had the right idea, but they didn't really truly execute it. The guys to really, really push and to continue to be pushing with the Kenny Omegas and the Young Bucks, right?
Yep.
The true stars that Vince almost grabbed, things like that.
Right.
But I don't even know what they're doing now. You have Danhausen and Hook with a bag of potato chips. That's the big storyline. A bag of potato chips. Hook likes potato chips. Did you know that?
No, I had no idea.
I mean, the guy weighs 5 pounds. I mean, he might want to eat a few more bags of Ruffles.
That's the other thing. They let
What do you
Hook.
think of
They
Danhausen?
let Hook speak.
It's frightening.
They let Hook speak, right?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They
I
never
mean,
should.
you got one thing going for you,
Right, and
and
they
you
have-
got to pull the trigger on it. It's like,
Hook, is that you?
Mind you, when you first heard Mike Tyson speak, right? You're like, whoa, what's that
Yeah,
all
but then I
about?
got used to it, and I thought it was awesome because it sounded like Bugs Bunny. You knocked the crap
I get it,
out
but
of
you know what? It's like, as much as I can't stand Hook, and like I didn't get it,
Right.
it seems like the
He likes potato chips.
AEW supporters
Yeah.
enjoyed Hook.
Yeah, they do. They love Hook.
I mean,
they
listen,
love Danhausen.
I got to be honest with you, like Danhausen.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
get
on.
any of this.
I mean, didn't
dude.
he knock on our door like a trick or treat on Halloween? Didn't we slam the door in his face? Wasn't it that kid, Danhausen? Well, that wasn't him. Danhausen. Oh, you gave him a bag of chips. You gave it a Hook. That's right.
I don't.
That's right.
I don't. All right.
Chris Jericho. What do you think about Chris Jericho?
So Chris Jericho, in my opinion, at this point, is destroying his legacy.
Don't you ever say that again.
I'm watching it with my wife, and she says, "Who is that? Chris Jericho?"
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "What happened?" And,
What happened?
And I said to her, "I'm like, look, the guy's my age, give him a break. But she's like, he can't even move. He can't even wrestle.
Wow.
And then when you get...
That's rough.
She goes, because I think he did some kind of thing where he, like, tried to kick the... The other thing is, like, what's the deal with the bat? Like, you're hitting people with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
It's like, can we at least make it somewhat real? It's like, we're hitting people with baseball bats. Like, why don't you just bring knives and guns? I mean, we've said this before.
Yeah, roll out the cannon.
It's stupid.
Strike the match.
Like, at some point, are we at the point now in the wrestling world where we just say we just want to watch it to watch it?
I wonder sometimes if that's what people do, because I won't just watch it to watch it. If I don't feel like I'm totally into something, I'm flipping the station. Darby Allin?
Remember when you went back, you
Darby
just
Allin.
said before, you're like, I remember when, you thought it, you heard it wasn't real, it wasn't real, but they gave you that, they gave you the feeling that it could be.
Right.
And you could disconnect and say it is.
You could. Yeah.
Now we're at points that's so unbelievable.
Right.
And they're so off on their kicking and
There's
they're hitting.
stupid moves. There are multiple moves.
Like-
You can see them prepping for them as they're coming. It's
Here's the
horrendous.
problem. If you don't practice enough,
Right.
like
Right.
you're a singer.
Yeah.
If you sing in your studio with your partner and you're practicing,
Yeah.
it's not the same when you're out performing in front of people, right?
Well, I'm a strange bird. I treat practice as if it's live.
All right, well, out of the Pharaoh's abnormality.
Most people don't do that.
Right.
When they're in a practice, I've always felt that you practice at home, you don't waste your bandmates' time.
Right.
And then when you get to the studio, you already got your shit down, so you treat it as if you are live.
Right.
But that's me. Most people won't do that. They're not that
So
far
now you're talking about
advanced.
as an AEW wrestler, you wrestle once, twice, and maybe
Right.
3 times a month.
Right.
You can't become better. There's
Right.
no way. And if people are going to tell me, well, these guys are on the independents, so they're wrestling for the independents and they're getting that
Have
time
you seen
in.
some of those independent matches?
I don't go to independent matches.
Yeah, well, we
I
did
have
in the
no
past.
use
Does
for
that
them.
look like something that's going to round you out, or?
Well, I would think that if you
you
wrestled
down.
every day,
Yeah.
you would get better.
I would hope. Yeah, I would hope.
Again, I'm not saying that some of these guys aren't good wrestlers. There was one point, there was one match
the
that
true superstar, element with anybody outside of those who have already been superstars and are hanging on. This whole list is guys who either don't have the it factor
Right.
or guys who are hanging on. That's all it is so far. Darby Allin, does he have the it factor? Against who? Look at Darby Allin's size. I'm going to invest in Darby Allin to be my wrestling hero? What happens when he gets in the ring with Bobby Lashley? Bye-bye. And I ain't saying might always makes right. AJ Styles can pin Bobby Lashley. I would buy it in a second.
Right.
You know what I mean? Eddie Kingston. How's your mailman doing? Any thoughts on Eddie?
I'm not a fan of Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
People could try to sell me on the point that the fans love him.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we could sit there and look. Right, so probably the most popular wrestling show that's on is Busted Open Radio, right? We understand this. I think that's clear. Okay.
Is it? You know how I am.
I
Go
got
ahead.
you. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
But again, LaGreca,
Yeah.
right? Tommy Dreamer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They all have their agenda.
Yeah.
And their agenda is to keep pushing AEW.
Uh-huh.
The reason being
Wait a minute.
is
Davies talking to Tommy again? He decided he's okay now?
no, they're back. Yeah, they've been
Oh,
back.
they
but
kissed and made up. Go ahead.
they actually brought on
Very
Mickey
interesting.
James, but
Okay.
again, I don't really listen much anymore. But
Gotcha.
but they push the AEW agenda
Mm-hmm.
because some for good reason, right? They want people to have an alternative.
Sure.
If AEW is
Nothing wrong with
faltering like the way it's faltering,
Right.
sooner or later, Tony Khan, as much as he loves his wrestling,
Right.
is going to realize I've lost this fight.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And unless he's just going to do it for the love of it and just make a whole bunch of wrestlers rich,
Right.
because they're laughing to the bank.
You know how this is going to end. Dad is going to tell him that's it. He's going to pull the plug.
Right.
It's going to be Dad. It ain't going to be him.
I got
That's
you.
how I feel about
I understand.
that. That's
And by
the
the way,
dynamic.
he's also in charge of the Jaguars, who are
Right.
also a mess.
Horrendous. They're horrible.
Right. So
They are a
and,
cluster of
and
football
how's his soccer team doing that he runs?
Well, who's the soccer team
I don't
again?
know.
I don't think it's anybody that great.
and I'm asking you because I don't know if they're doing well.
Yeah, I
or
don't
not.
think it's anybody special, quite honestly, no. No, they're not Man United.
Stinger
Liverpool
says
or
busted
Chelsea
open works for Khan. I don't know if they work for Khan.
I can understand why he would say that.
I think the reason behind
understand
it is really this: is they want to keep. All right, first of all, Khan gives them anything they want. They brings on all their
Sure,
guys.
good
They
for
can
their
do
show.
their
There's
interviews
nothing wrong
and
with that.
yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But I think there's also they want wrestling they believe in wrestling and they want to have as much options as you can. But I'm going to tell you, in my belief, just like anything else, once you're watering down the product. There's too many options.
I think so.
You know, when you turn on Wednesday night, it ruins Monday and Friday because you're watering down the product.
And speaking of watering down, do you know how muddy it feels with this Ring of Honor thing with AEW? You remember when like WWF tried to like integrate a little like NWA or like when the NWA was lousy, like in later days, like or the ECW a little bit back. It didn't really work. You know, it's very muddy to me. So
Jay Will
Ring of
says
Honor,
Tony
man.
Khan might be coming Frito Corleone. Corleone.
Fredo?
Fredo.
Yeah, it didn't end well.
Did I say Frito?
Yeah, it didn't
Fredo.
end. Frito? I'm hungry. I could go for some Fritos. Frito Corleone. Yeah, Fredo didn't turn out too well for. Yeah, I think he went on a little boat ride.
I blame this entire mess on the Young Bucks.
Really? Tell me why.
They made wrestling a joke.
Yeah, they made it a
And
little bit of a carnival spot
thought-
fest, didn't they?
Right, and they started this
Yeah.
spot fest. They took something special,
one of them.
maybe a Shawn Michaels started,
Right.
but kept it wrapped
In
up
check.
In check.
Yeah, it was in check.
And
It was still part of
now-
the reality-based, feel to it. Now it's just a gymnastic, marathon.
Look, wrestling. Well, let me ask you this: do you blame Superstar Graham?
For what? What, entertaining the people? You want to get to the core of it? Yell at Gorgeous George. Because that's where it all started. And I tip my backwards cap to Gorgeous George.
But Superstar Graham went from the beer-bellied wrestler, badass Harley Race,
Right.
to the muscle-bound wrestler that you see now.
I don't blame Superstar Graham for entertaining the shit out of us. Absolutely not. Superstar Graham was fantastic.
And by the way, Superstar Graham was good in that mix, right? Because he was that bodybuilder.
Dude, he was
You know what I
great.
mean?
He
And to see
was
him against
great.
someone like Bob Backlund,
He
who
was
was
great.
just a natural build
Yep.
wrestler and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
So, final results. Is AEW killing the wrestling business?
No, because Vince will still. Vince has survived everything. So as long as Vince is still there at the end of the day, which I do believe he will be, unless something
is the
stupid happens.
WWE the wrestling business anymore? See, that's the funny thing. Are they really the wrestling business?
$334 million at the quarterly mark? Yeah. Yeah, they still are. They're still the bar.
I'm not saying they're not the bar. What I'm trying to say to you, are they wrestling or are they sports entertainment?
They're sports
like they say.
entertainment, but it's pro wrestling.
So based on pro wrestling with sports
Yeah,
entertainment.
it's pro wrestling with sports entertainment.
So I ask you this before we get into Friday's shows.
It's fine.
How do you disconnect yourself when you see a silly thing like the Mousetrap, which we loved?
I
loved
laughed
it.
my ass off.
But how do you disconnect and say, okay, that's all bullshit, but now we got Lesnar against Reigns. Now I'm ready for a fight.
It's easy for
How
me.
do you do that?
Because it's easy for me, because wrestling is entertaining. Wrestling, I like stupid, funny stuff, and there's always been elements of that anyway in the past with wrestling. Wrestling can be goofy, but you have to present it as goofy. Be honest with your goofiness, which is exactly what the Jackass match was. It's like, we are going to be hilariously stupid funny, and we are not going to hide that fact. Now, sit back and watch a guy get bowled between the legs with a bowling ball, or a giant mousetrap, or a giant hand that comes out of nowhere. That shit was slapstick gold. You take it for what it is. But I don't tune in to watch wrestling every week to watch a pre-planned cartwheel fest. I'm not interested.
Let me read some comments. Salvatore Violi says, they're a minor league promotion like Beyond Wrestling. They have talent but won't make it to the AEW and WWE promotions. The guys are too small, and the WWE will have bigger guys. Jimmy the Lumberjack says Tony's going to learn the casino business. B40 says AEW fans killed AEW. Their gate kept casual fans away.
Right.
J.A. Will says Superstar Graham and Tony Alice had the best physiques in the 70s.
Oh, they were jacked.
Stinger says real problem is fans took over. That's right.
I agree.
That is
Boy,
the
do I
smart.
agree.
That is the comment of
I
the
agree.
night.
I thought at the time, by the way, the Kofi Kingston push, I was vomiting through the whole time. That drove me crazy. Like the fans insisting Kofi's got to be champion. Why? For what? And how well did it go over with the the marketing in the long run and all that crap?
Ended up being a
Kofi
great
is
story.
gold
Though.
in the news, in the new
but
day.
ended up being a great story because when
Brock
Brock
Lesnar
came back
broke him in half in
and then
5
destroyed
seconds.
him.
You mean the end was good?
But
you know what though? The whole
There's always
book
a story.
sucked
There's a
balls.
story,
Yeah,
though,
but I
man.
thought the whole book sucked balls.
Really?
I don't like when fans push for a champion who doesn't feel like one. Kofi Kingston feels like a champion, huh? You look at him and you see a champion. Bullshit, you do. Bullshit.
I thought it was.
You know?
I thought the story was great, and I thought the ending was where the story should end.
The
dream
it got
when you
real.
finally meet
The monster.
the
real wrestler.
there's nothing that we
nothing.
can do here, and
Right.
the way they wrote it was perfect too.
Right.
Couldn't get a shot in.
No.
Got destroyed on Fox.
Destroyed.
Game over.
How about the time Vince shut the fans up about Ricochet and had him fight Lesnar in Saudi Arabia?
That was great.
That was like 5 seconds.
That was great.
Oh, you want Ricochet to get a shot? Okay. Boom.
Realism.
Goodbye.
Realism.
That's got to have some of that sometimes.
And that's what I was trying to tell you,
You
when
know?
if Cole went to the main roster in the WWE, could you see Cole facing off against Randy Orton? It just can't.
The only reason why I feel that it could have worked if he was packaged correctly was, as you said, the man's got to have his faction. Then yes, there's a shot. Adam Cole played like a heavyweight to me. I will always say that. I think Adam Cole could have been fan-fucking-tastic, but he needed his boys. I'll give you that. Adam Cole on his own, fuck that, no way. But Adam Cole with his boys,
with consistent interference.
the way they did in NXT for a couple of years.
I still
they
think
were
Pritchard
great.
knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Put him as a manager, then start having him
It's an
wrestle
amazing
and
idea.
move him in. People were shitting on that, and that was a mistake.
Yeah. Well-
Pritchard, listen, you said it before. Vince and Pritchard hit about 70 to 80% of their mark, and
Right.
the other 20%.
Right.
And it matters what side of the fence you're on.
Right.
If you want to go,
Right.
oh, that didn't work, or you could have did this with that.
Right.
You could have did this. Here's the fact, guys. You're not going to Madison Square Garden to watch Keith Lee in a main event.
No.
It's not happening.
No.
Okay?
No. No. It's not selling out the
B40
Garden.
said
Brock
something really
Lesnar
good.
is.
Hold on, I think it was B40. Fans today care more about backstage news and actual storylines.
Absolutely.
It's all about
Absolutely.
the garbage.
We have Twitter wars
and the
between
complaining.
wrestlers.
Yes.
I don't want to see a Twitter war between wrestlers. Get out there and beat each other senseless. Twitter war.
Got to use
What
social
the-
media in today's wrestling.
Barf. I get it, but barf. That's
All right.
That's not how I want to see
Great
it done.
conversation.
Yeah.
Let's
As
talk
always.
about tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
We kick it off with
Wine.
wine.
A lot of wine. Watch out, guys. We're
Lots of
coming
wine.
back to get you again.
Lots of wine.
Okay, lots of
And
wine.
then we have Tommy Rich in studio at 5:30, and
Wow.
we'll see if Tommy will answer our question.
with the Missy Hyatt siphon question?
And well, you also know about the fact that
What?
he might have to do some favors.
No. Are you serious? You're going to ask him that?
I think we should.
Hey, the couch is kind of far away. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, it gives me time to run, but which
then-
way am I going?
And then after that is none other than the great Jesse the Body Ventura,
Wow.
my hero.
Yeah, he is your hero. Does he have a conspiracy theory to unleash on you?
I don't know.
Wow. Wait a minute. You're going to wear your suit?
I'm wearing a suit
Why are you wearing a suit?
because it's Jesse the Body Ventura.
Do I have to shave for this? I don't want to. Should I have to shave? I don't shave
You
anymore.
should shave.
I should shave.
It's Jesse. Remember when Backlund
He's
came
not
in
going
here?
to care
we
if
were
I'm
nice.
shaving
We were
or
nice
not.
and
He's
clean
got
cut.
facial hair, doesn't he?
I don't think so. Not anymore.
Not anymore. He's all clean now.
I don't know.
Wow, Jesse's
We're gonna
not
find
messy.
out. I don't know.
Okay. Oh yeah, he looks kind of
And
clean
then
right
at
there.
8
Yes,
o'clock,
okay.
we have the great Hall of Famer, Mr. Coco Beware.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be opening up the show with a rendition of Pile Driver with the great Wisteria Hall, and
Yeah,
Bart Griggs will
thank you.
also be in studio.
Nice.
Coco, again, Tommy Rich we've had on.
World champion for
B40 wants to say he wants to meet Tommy Rich. Message me, bro. I'll send you the address to
There
the
you go.
studio. You come on down.
There you go.
We met. Tommy's been in studio, great guy. Coco been in studio, great guy, and it should be a fun time.
Yeah.
And then the last interview. Phil says I should wear my American flag lapel pin. The one thing I will do,
you
Phil,
go, Phil.
is I promise you we're going to open up the show. I want to recognize the fact that Jesse Ventura is not just a pro wrestler, right? He is an American hero, Vietnam vet, Navy SEAL. Okay, and I'm not telling you guys anything that you don't know.
You better
but
list the most important
I
thing.
think you know.
He was in Predator. What?
We got time to bleed.
What a great effing movie. God. See Predator if you haven't.
And then we have
I'm sure you have.
the Conquistador,
Yeah.
Jose Luis Rivera in studio.
Nice. Very nice.
Will we attempt to
speak
interview
Spanish.
him in Spanish?
We should try. I don't know a lick. Let's see what happens.
Guys, what do you think? We should try to,
I don't even know how to speak it.
interview him in Spanish.
We should give it a shot.
¿Cómo está, Jose?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Un poco.
Poco who? Yeah, that's going to go great. That's going to go great. The couch is far enough for me to run. Again, I'm going to be running all and drinking and running.
Drinking and
That's
running.
That's rough.
Anyway, please join us. The marathon starts at 5:30. We're going to go through it. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, and we're going to get blasted.
We want to thank you guys for all joining us. And one other thing, YouTube has recognized us as now we have something called... hold on. Don't go anywhere
recognized
because
us?
I'm an idiot. One
Yes,
second.
he searches.
Please bear with me.
Does that thing have a mouse, or do you just roll on the bottom there?
We now have a.
What do we have? Sounds like we caught something.
Stay there.
I don't know what we caught.
I'm almost there. I'm almost
You know?
there.
And what?
They
why
have
have they
pills for that
recognized it?
now.
Was it for like foul language? Did we do something?
We have.
Missy hasn't been on in weeks.
We have super stickers and super chat, which we know we have already.
Super stickers?
And
Super
we
stickers.
also have. Well, they added something else you could super us for. How's that? Because I can't
they
even remember.
supersized us?
No, they added this other thing, and I can't remember what the hell it is.
All right, folks, look for it.
But look for
It's
it
this other thing.
and send us some super stickers. It'll be fun.
Super duper pooper scooper.
Fucking Jeff,
Hey, is this stuff on the floor or something? Did I miss something? Somebody
hold
bring
on.
their dog in
Now
tonight?
you're really pissing me off, guys. 'cause
Why,
now I
you're
gotta
still
figure
looking for it?
I'm going to figure this out.
This
Hold
is
on.
really... Jeff, we're limping to the finish line. Do you see
We
this?
are.
What is he
okay.
doing?
Super thanks. We've
Super
just
thanks?
added super thanks
is that?
to the channel. Now you could just give us a thanks with a little super. You guys should try it out. Let's see if it works.
All of that for his super
Give us
thanks?
a super thanks.
Okay, please. Give us a super thanks.
And again,
That'll
look,
be
we're
super
going to have an
swell.
exciting day tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. We
lot
all
of
know
alcohol, yeah.
that we love the fact when the Pharaoh drinks.
Oh,
we all know
love
that's
it.
going to be a good old time.
Get
And,
ready. Oh, boy.
we'll see you guys soon. Pharaoh sent us on the way.
Yeah, but how many shows are you going to get through tomorrow?
All of them.
Well, we
All of
know
them.
that, but I'm talking about mentally. When he starts hitting the bottle, hey ho. You've been watching Monte and the Pharaoh until tomorrow when I get irreversibly hammered. Him too. Later.